And now, the Rise Above Show, presented by Roofing.com and hosted by Diego Dante.
Welcome to the Rise Above Show, presented by Roofing.com. My name is Diego Dante. We are here in Salt Lake City, Utah at D2D-Con with my man, Dashaun Bryant. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on, man. It's always an honor.
Yeah, man. We've seen you grow here the last couple years.
Yes, sir.
You know, taking up stages. You're doing a breakout here in a minute, right? Or in a little while, right?
We did it yesterday. We had the roof and
yesterday.
sales panel yesterday at 4 o'clock. Yeah,
right
yeah.
on, man.
That was a great,
How was that?
time. It was phenomenal, man. There's great questions. I love panels because I don't got to be as serious. And I kind of cut back and just be a little, be a silly with it. But I love the panels because less pressure.
We had you at RoofCON.
Yep.
You did a panel there, and you were on a panel last year as well.
Yep.
I remember when we called you up to be on the panel. I don't know if you remember that, but we were sitting there and we were trying to decide who we were going to get on all the different panels. We were strategizing over what we were going to do for RoofCon, and literally you were posting your videos.
Yep.
I don't know if it was every morning or however often you were doing them, but you posted a video in our group, the roofing and solar community.
Yep.
And you were just giving inspiration. I said, man, this guy's legit. And I probably had just seen your name a couple times up until that point, but you'd stuck in my head because it was so powerful what you were saying. And then I literally just picked up the phone. I said, I'm calling this guy. I want this guy on the panel. And we picked up the phone, and I called you via Messenger because I didn't have your phone number.
Yeah, via Messenger, yeah.
And then you messaged me back, and you're like, did you mean to call me?
Yeah, exactly. It threw me off. I actually cried, man. I ain't gonna even lie. Yeah, I cried. Yeah, because I prayed and
it was your birthday, right?
Yeah, it's for my birthday.
I didn't know that that was your birthday when I called you.
Yeah, for my birthday. It was like, what you want for your birthday? I was like, I just want to be either training or have some opportunity to be like a part of a conference. And I'm a firm believer in God, big believer in God, man. I don't know what other people believe in, but that's me. And for it to happen like that, bro, after I got off the phone, I just cried. Like, I ain't gonna even lie. And I don't cry. Cry when my dad died. Cry when my son was born. Well, when my babies was born. But I'm not a crying man. And, that thing, it hit me deep, bro. It hit me deep. And that RoofCon 2020 conference was a big boost of momentum for the brand. And ever since then, like, I can't stop this thing, man. You know what I mean? So I'm super grateful for you and Hunter because that was like the catalyst to get this thing rolling. So super grateful for that.
Well, we're grateful for you, man, because I know you've been a big cheerleader to all the things that we've been doing and pushing RoofCon as well. And
always.
But we're excited to see you grow, man, see you at these conferences, seeing you on panels and all the things. And you've been coming out and training companies, right? How's that going?
It's going phenomenal. So 2020, we trained 10 companies. And then 2021, we actually trained 30 companies. So the goal was 25. We hit 30. And it's just been awesome to go into companies and impact the heartbeat of their companies because most people deal with owners. Owners. And then the thing about owners, they still haven't figured out a way to get their guys going, right? So I say if we can get the heartbeat going and you just got to maintain the RPM, you know what I mean, the beats per minute, we can get this thing rolling. So I love being able to go there and impact the heartbeat of a company. And then maybe the owner go get training from y'all, Hunter, Baloo, whoever they can go get training for. But I feel like I'm one of the best when it comes to dealing with the core of the company, which is the sales guys.
Right on. All right, so let's get to know Dashaun a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So we see you now as the guy coming in to train companies and the guy speaking on panels, just, rock star. How did you get a foot in the industry?
Oh, man, I love that story, right? So most people apply for a job, right, roofing industry. So I got brought into it by mistake. Really good friend of mine was at the bar chilling, just having drinks. It's just like, man, I see the way you can vibe with any crowd, black people, white people, Hispanic people. I got a job I think you'd be great at. At that time, me and my kid's mom, we had a baby on the way, my son, and we didn't want to do daycare. So as long as I've been in the roofing industry, I've been able to stay home with my kids, and then I work in the evenings. So we needed to find a way to be able to stay home and take care of them, and I got into the roofing industry. And first week I closed 4 deals, and I ain't never looked back. And I ain't never been no quitter. So even when it got rough, I was like, I ain't going back to a 9 to 5 because that shit sucks. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody say. I'd rather deal with rejection than anything. So,
okay, so how'd you go from there then? Sold your first four jobs that first week. How'd you go from there to now, being on panels and, you've got a YouTube channel that's popping. You've got the the commandments on
Yep.
door knocking.
11 door-to-door roof commandments. Yep.
How did all this come about?
So the guy that brought me into the industry, his name Brian, love that dude. He brought me into the industry, and the first day he hired me, he said, "You're gonna be my trainer." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm just gonna mind my business and like make my money." And they conned me into training people, bro. Like he's like, "I'm out of town this weekend. Can you train these guys?" And I'm like, "All right, man, whatever." And then I started training them, and then I started loving. I didn't get addicted to the money. I got addicted to watching other people win, which is different, you know what I mean? Most people get addicted to the money, but I saw other people that were struggling, and I taught them some stuff, and they go out there and start closing deals, and I'm like, ooh, like I got something here, like I can start teaching it. So I just started falling in love with helping other people, and then about 2 years into the industry, I kind of hit a ceiling, and I was like, I want more. Met a homeowner, he said one thing that changed my life, man. He was like, I signed him up, knocked the door, signed him up. He's like, who your mentors, who your coaches? I'm like, nobody, man. This guy giving talent, I don't idolize no man. He's like, do me a favor, look up Grant Cardone. I didn't know who Uncle G was at this time, so I go home 30 minutes, come out, got my garage 3 hours later. Like, my kid's mom like, what you was doing in there? I was like, listen, we don't got a money problem. We got an income problem. Like, I'm just going crazy. And Uncle G said one thing. He said, it's a gap in every industry. If you could fill the gap, you'll make a lot of money. And it just clicked in my head. I said, the roofing industry suck at training. I was like, there's no way I'm the only guy that got took out for 2 days and then say, all right, man, just go on. You got it from there. I was like, I can't be the only guy. So that inspired me to start the Roof Hustlers channel. That inspired me to say, any guy that get into the roofing industry, I want to make sure they never struggle the way that I did. And that's what sparked this whole thing. Had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with being on podcasts, conferences, panels. I just wanted to make sure people that got into the industry had the proper information to be successful.
I love it, man. All right, well, I'm going to ask you a series of 3 rapid-fire questions.
Yep.
And I want to hear your honest answers on these. The first one is, and these are all based around rising above. This is the theme of the show, right?
Okay.
So what's been one of your biggest failures in life, and how were you able to rise above from there?
Biggest failure that I dealt with in my life, and this is me being completely transparent, I ruined my relationship of 15 years. Me and my kids are mom together. We was high school sweethearts. And the biggest... That was difficult, man, and we separated last February of 2020. And to rise above that, what I did was I didn't let the situation determine the way that I still love her. So I still show up big for her in her life. I still support her, still do all those things. And it's crazy because since we separated, now we have an even better relationship than we did when we was together. But that was one of the biggest things I did, man. I ruined my family. Like, don't get me wrong, we still a family. Like, we still got a lot of love together. But because of me, my family separated. So that's one of the biggest things that I dealt with in 2021.
I appreciate you sharing that, because I think there's a lot of people that go through similar things to that. But and we're in this industry full of, it's a majority male industry, and a lot of people go through this type of stuff, but we don't talk about it.
Not at all. And I go to therapy 2 times a month, so that's how I really dealt with it. My therapist, and I met her knocking doors too.
Really?
So, yeah, I met my therapist. We've been going on almost 3 years, but it's helped me become a better man, more transparency, more honesty in my life. But that was the biggest one that I had to deal with. I was actually ashamed, man. I didn't even want to tell nobody because I didn't want nobody to look at me different, like, oh, this Dashaun. But so that was one.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. The next rapid fire question is, what is a book that's changed your life?
Oh, great question. Book that changed my life, Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. Book changed my life because it's principle-based. And when you hustle with principles, life get a little bit more predictable instead of accidental. Mm-hmm. And behind every principle is a promise. And that book just changed the way I thought. And, it kind of helped me create 11 door-to-door roof commandments as well. So.
And my last rapid-fire question is, how will you know that you've succeeded in business?
Great question, right? I would know that I succeeded in business, me personally, when I could wake up and do what I want with my kids and go wherever I want, how I want, with whoever we want. So I believe once I buy back 90% of my time, I was successful in business because as Hunter know and everybody else know, the only reason you start a business is to sell it. You know what I mean? You buy a business to get it where you want it, sell it to buy back your time. So once I own 90% of my time in my life, I made it in business.
I love it. Well, guys, you heard it here first. Dashaun Bryant.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man. If you haven't checked Dashaun out, where can we go to find your content?
So on Instagram is Roof Hustlers, Facebook is Roof Hustlers or Dashaun Bryant. The YouTube channel, we teach on the Instagram mindset. We got TikTok, and we got LinkedIn as well as Dashaun Bryant. So follow us on all platforms. Great information that can help you close more sales and make more money.
Right on. Well, appreciate you coming on. Guys, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Rise Above Show. Peace out.
Much love.